when you believe that religion has to be validated and proven by science, okay, then you have to do things scientifically valid to prove that, right? So you believe, well, science has, religion has to be based on science, right? Well, then everything you do has to be based off religious principles and values and understanding of laws. And you have to hold yourself accountable to that. You know, I don't think Tom Cruise and Dave Miscavige and John Travolta understand what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Now, blood offerings is something that human beings have to do when they are shepherds, goat herders, sheep herders, cattlemen. Well, they don't they don't do that in modern times. They take up the whole herd, just slaughter, and then when they invented refrigeration, it wasn't to be the new kosher. It was to store the food to sell it to you, because you couldn't afford to own it, right? When you need me, you'll find me there every day, every night, everywhere, giving tender love and care to you, right? All right. So, you've got to understand who the gracious good shepherd is and how he works and how his brain works. Okay. His brain works differently than your brain does. Okay. He's eternally faithful. All the people that are eternally faithful that are known, they're aware of me. I talked to Tishna, we haven't had many conversations with Coach East, but Tishna, fun, yes. Okay. And I talked to Sonia Sen. I talked to, so I talked to people that are aware of my family line's existence, and I'm aware of theirs, right? And so it's wonderful to be a good person, because when you talk to people, it's wow, I mean, yeah, I'm all by, when I was young, I never needed anyone. I'm here all by myself in this room, I could live without love if I wanted to in this lonely room, but I don't want to, so I leave it up to you to persuade my blues. Do anybody like Friends of Distinction? It's funny when you see those football coaches yell at those big guys, knowing that big guy could just pick them up and throw them over the bench. Don't you think that's funny? Motherfucker, you need to shut up. Me? No, I wouldn't yell at him. I would just sit there and say, hey, if we're still doing this economic things for groceries thing, that ain't going to help anybody in your neighborhood get groceries, yo. Okay, let's calm it down. But he said before the game, we got to out physical him. We got to out physical him. And then when the guy does it, he yells at him. You sit there and say, okay, that's my bad. I I should teach you to do things, intelligently and with purpose, and not with violence, and with intelligence and protection. So my bad, for pendejo, that's what he should be doing, but he ain't doing that. He ain't got that, because like with me in this town, I sit here and talk to people, and they say, you say you worship Jesus Christ, huh? But you won't stand up to live his peace. In ancient times, I'd be able to kill you with my bare hands. And there wouldn't be a damn thing you could do about it, because everybody would say, hey, he just brought back Jonathan's 5-year-old relative's head. But instead, you raped little girls to death in Mexico, right? Or in El Paso, depending on where the brothel's at, right? Storm drains, wherever, whatever, however you make the money, huh? And if you live the Lord's Prayer, that's going to be very difficult to do, especially when everybody's, at home with their family, not being sent off to school to be a trained consumer, made vulnerable by violent people that run around with munitions to say they're keeping people safe. I keep people safe. Okay? I'm giving you back your head. Do you understand? So you guys got to understand me, okay? That I'm the focal point of correcting technology to save people from genocide, because human beings that invent the technology for genocide cannot self-correct. I'm not making this up. This is an obvious fact, not fiction, because if they could self-correct, we'd be using this technology to share the truth of the Lord's Prayer worldwide, and I'd be trending so, I'd be like, what the hell? Just as I got 1 million views, but okay, you know, or be passing around. This guy's the guy like Jesus from the Book of Revelation, man. So cool. Those military pervert, scientists, perverts, and murderers can't make lots of money playing sports on TV anymore. You can still play sports, but you'll do it with great care and great intelligence, you know. Well, because of me. When you need me, you'll find me there. At your side, anytime, anywhere. That was a nice toe drag. He got that. The kid made a nice catch there. But, man, I'm tired. I am tired of abuse. I'm tired of stupidity. Yeah. Survive, stop, eliminate abuse, and recover. And we'll all recover. Yeah. All those that want to. You guys got to understand heaven and hell. Hell is denying the glory of God and being unfaithful and torturing people eternally. It's eternal wretchedness. Blaise Pascal. Yeah, there you go. And then heaven is, as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. You know, so heaven, he's talking about at that time, they weren't in heaven on earth. Okay, that's what Jesus is saying. Okay, but in the future, we have heaven on earth. Living is a dream when you make it seem. So he's talking to the spirit of himself. So people think he's narcissistic. You know, like they told me in Sierra Vista, you know, professional murderers for the government. Your religious beliefs are selfish. You're just upset because I'm putting you out of business, you hoe cake factory, child molesting, murdering, raping pile of shit. Right? Right. In ancient times, I'd be able to kill you with my bare hands, but I didn't. I just sat there and looked at his cute little blonde wife and his cute little blonde son and say, that was fucking 16 years ago. Yeah, his cute little blonde son's 20 now. I wonder if he's a chip off the old block, because I can't stop these people from turning their children into psychotic, selfish murderers. It just doesn't seem to stop, right? But science will hold you accountable to natural laws. All right. Systematic, hydromatic. Well, I could be grease lightning. Why are you driving? You might want to talk to Cochise, Taza, and Manuelito before you drive your car, right? You might want to talk to somebody who's more wise than you, who protects children and women from being murdered by mechanization, you know. The railroad, the train to carry the heavy load, those were all built for your selfishness and your greed and your abuse, just like refrigeration and everything like that. It's taking me and the others like me to correct your supreme intelligence technology, to protect us with technology from you and the technology. When you need me, you'll find me there, at your side, anytime, anywhere, giving tender love and care to you. It's a good tune, man. Yeah. I was listening one morning when I made my bed. Yeah, downloaded it with my vidbox from Heartland, America. Money's not real, but that was one of the best $60 I spent. Yeah. Well, because I have a $30 MP3 player from Best Buy that I can take and put all the songs I like on it. So I don't need to be connected to, you won't believe where I'm calling from. You know what I mean? I don't need to be connected to the internet when I'm out in the barn listening to all of me. Why not take all of me? Take my arms, I'll never use them. Take my... Yeah. Don't you love that song? All of me. Why not take all of me? I got to get Simple Life. And what was that other one that the people had on there? It's a little lovely day. Yeah. I don't have that one. I go, there's so many good ones. I got to get Imagination for sure. Yeah. Oh, I heard they played the other day. NASA played Mickey Howard for me, and I like. It's good. Okay, it's jazz. It's different jazzier. Ella was from the swing era, and uh, Mickey's is like a classical bebop fusion. You know, bebop jazz. You know, the Miles Davis and quartet, and which is I do many times prefer bebop. It's probably my favorite. You know. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Anybody else? Like All Blues. So What? Freddie Freeloader. All of you people. Freddie Freeloader. Freddie Freeloaders. Yeah. Implied consent, huh? Implied consent. Do you understand what that means? Okay. Laws are natural. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Okay. Implied consent. Do you understand what that means? They're your words, not mine. They're your linguistics. Okay. Thanks, Michelle Obama. Thanks. No, we've had discussions about that in Sierra Vista a lot of times, about implied consent and about legalese and language being used to murder and rape. You don't get away with it. It just is implied consent. So it literally, to you, makes it legal, which it's not. Okay. Because laws are natural. Okay. And I think what throws people off is, blood offerings. It's a life of sacrifice. Okay. And one of the things that really helps, but I don't know if it's translated properly. I haven't read it all completely. I talked to Muhammad about it, is sort of the cow. And Muhammad says, if you want to know the truth about my life right now, talk to Earl. Okay. And if you want to sell books and kill overselling books, read your book. I can write down that I'm gravity. Does that make me gravity? If you all that kill over what you want agree to it, right? So he's beautiful. Gosh, I love Muhammad so much. He's quieter than Jesus. Okay? When he does talk, and he's funny. Everybody, how serious he is? No, he has a very good sense of humor. His sense of humor is just a little bit more restrained. Yeah. My sense of humor, you get lots of Robin Williams and you get Jim Carrey turns, and you get Jimmy Stewart in there, little Jimmy Stewart with the sense of humor and the Puka and the Harvey, and so you get me. It's like, oh man, can somebody just turn him off? No, I'm not done being funny yet. But with Muhammad, it's like, hey, Muhammad's got jokes. That's funny. That was good. Didn't see that one coming. Wow. Came in from left field with the funny there. No, he's really good. He's much more calm and cerebral in a way that's more pleasing to people that consider themselves calm and cerebral. Good manners, right? And people like, you're calm and cerebral? Oh, yeah. In ancient times, if you had raped girls for money with implied consent and legalese, I'd been able to kill you right on the spot with bare hands. I'm very calm and cerebral. Mm-hmm. Yep. And now I just have to correct your technology. That's how I cut your raping, murdering, lying fucking head off. Okay. All of me. Why not take all of me? Gosh darn it. Now I'm in the mood. Yeah. Now I'm in the mood for Ella. Yeah. Gosh, that woman. I love her. I have the biggest crush on her too. She's so cute. I have this huge crush on her. I have a crush. I don't know what to do. feel like Natalie with her crush on, was it Sinatra or who was it she had the big crush on? Well, she also had the crush on the dude from Aha too. Yeah. I was like, Natalie, that video is like, was from 1984. That guy's older than I am. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just kidding. No, he might be. Yeah, he might be. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, because he was, yeah, because I was in high school when that song came out. Take on me, take on me. Yeah, because Bob and yeah, cry wolf. Yeah, so he was an adult doing his little thing, and I was still in high school. So yeah, you're in high school till you're almost 19. I probably was 19, I think. I turned 18, they all went around Dad, and I had to go back. Yeah, I had to finish high school when I was 19. Yeah, because they screwed up my stuff, and then I went and got my I went and got my diploma from the safe. You can't do that. I just did. Ladies, I just walked in, pee, and grabbed it. You have some kind of a fine or something. I was like, no, I don't. Are you kidding? No, my mom has a library at home. I don't have a library fine. You guys are just being jerks. So I went in and took my diploma and left. That was my graduation walk at Deer Valley High School.